Alright guys, we're live, what's going on? As always, we do these weekly live streams where we discuss important things about Web3 development, about your Web3 journey, and in this video we're going to discuss how to learn Web3 programming. And as you know, at the end of these presentations we normally have a Q&A which you can ask in the chat, and we're gonna have a nice discussion afterwards as well. But in this video we're going to go deep. I want to really explore and talk about how you can go from absolute zero to learning Web3 and how we can help you, because it's all about learning together. You know that when I learned programming long time ago, I did a very big mistake, and that mistake was to follow tutorials. So if you are finding yourself in a situation when you're trying to learn a new piece of technology, you're trying to learn, let's say, Web3, you're trying to learn Ethereum, and you just use tutorials, it may not be the perfect way for you if you're just starting out. Tutorials are great if you have already started, if you know kind of what you're doing and you want to learn some specific thing, you want to learn something very, very exact, and you just need a piece of knowledge to fill your existing understanding and to fill on your existing overview of an industry. That's when tutorials can help you. But tutorials can also put you in something we call tutorial hell, where you just follow tutorial after tutorial after tutorial and you don't really get anywhere yourself. You don't really get anywhere on your own. And that's something that is very, very key to understand, that to get anywhere on your own, to have your own understanding, you have to be practical. You have to be very practical and you have to build yourself. You have to get your hands dirty. It's kind of like when you are learning how to ride the bike, all right? You can watch all kinds of videos, all kinds of tutorials, all kinds of programs, of courses. You can go to university trying to understand how to ride the bike. If you don't actually ride the thing, you don't get practical knowledge, you will never get anywhere. So practicality is the most important thing when learning. And that's why we have right now started something which will help you in that way, where you will be building real world projects each and every week. And starting from this week, basically on Saturday, in a few days, we're gonna do our first real project. We're gonna build the Netflix Web3 version. What does it mean? It means that you log in with your wallet, you see different movies, you connect them to smart contracts, and you can build also yourself on this base that we're gonna teach you. So basically, if you want to build the Web3 version of Netflix, use the link below and sign up for Web3 projects. And basically, the way it will work is that each and every week you get a new challenge. You will be added to our Discord specifically for that challenge. And this is very important because you want to work together. You want to work practically and you want to work together. You're gonna have a video where we explain to you how this is done, basically from start to finish, but this for you will be more as a kickoff. It's more as a kickoff. And you're gonna get feedback in our Discord, in our forum. You can do this completely on your own or together with our community. And it's completely for free, of course. You sign up right now using the link below. This is going to be very important for your personal growth. And this is going to be every week. So this week it is Netflix. Next week we're gonna have a Web3 game in Unity, which you're gonna learn. And so we really want to put you through this bootcamp, this hardcore bootcamp where you actually learn things by doing them. Because we see too many people that are trying to get into Web3, they're trying to become Web3 developers, they kind of understand a few concepts here and there, they watch tutorials, maybe they even watch our channel, you know, they watch a few of our tutorials, how Web3 tech stack works, they try to figure out the nodes, oh man, I need to connect the RPC node, then I need to connect it to the graph, I need to connect it to this API, to that SDK, and look, you need to use your hands, you have to program. When you program, you will understand it more. Now, to give you a bit of theory, of course, something very important to understand is that if you are already a web developer, this is perfect for you because you're gonna do so much and you're gonna achieve so much very, very easily as a web developer. So basically, having web skills, for example, React, or just JavaScript or Angular or Vue will help you a lot. Why? Because you have a library like Web3 UI Kit, which you can instantly use your knowledge in and start using. You can already log in users, you can do so many things with Web3 UI Kit. So that's on a web level. If you are a web developer, you are already quite far ahead when it comes to these projects because it's going to be web-based. So this first one is going to be web-based, and next week we're going to do one which is Unity-based, so it's C# game engine, but the first one is going to be web-based. So if you know web, you can already right now do a sneak peek by experimenting with Web3 UI kit, because this is going to give you a big advantage in this projects, in this weekly hackathons, basically. So if you're a web developer, Web3 UI Kit is your path into Web3 development. Then, of course, you need to know MetaMask. MetaMask is key. So go right now and try MetaMask if you haven't tried it yet. Because if you haven't tried MetaMask, of course, it doesn't make sense for you to build anything in Web3 because you don't even know what it is. Okay, you haven't even tried it. To build Web3, at least you have to use Web3. But I think everyone who watches this channel and this video, you probably know what MetaMask is, so it's not a problem for you. So you need to know web, you need to know MetaMask. And that's basically it. You need to know a bit of Solidity because some of these projects, they're going to be Solidity. But to be honest, you don't need to know a lot, but just a bit is enough. You can just watch a few tutorials, so you know, you at least understand something, okay? Because a lot of these tutorials that we're going to do, a lot of these projects we're going to do, they're going to have also a Solidity part in them. So the goal with Web3 projects is that they are going to be full stack. What does full stack mean? Well, full stack means that you have a smart contract part, you have a smart contract base, which everything is based on when it comes to on-chain. You have a UI part using, for example, Web3 UI kit, and then you have a backend part. So here's where Moralis comes in with all the APIs, all the real-time alerts, all the user profiles, user authentication, and that's really the heart of Moralis. You know, we've been speaking for a long time. I mean, how do we explain Moralis in the best way? Because it's so much, you know, it's like front-end, backend, Web3 UI kit, identity, there are alerts, but really it is workflow. I mean, it's such a brilliant word. I love this word workflow because Moralis is Web3 workflow. It is the Web3 workflow because it allows you to do smart contracts. Then you deploy a smart contract, you can instantly connect them with your backend by using Moralis events. You can watch smart contracts in real time. You can then connect them to your frontend using Web3 UI kit, using Unity SDK, and so on and so forth. So this is the magic we want to really give you hands-on. And here's, by the way, this slide that I showed you, that Moralis is workflow. What is it? It is workflow. It is workflow from identity, where users can log in and you have their identity and you can manage sessions, to Moralis real-time, where you see their transactions, you see smart contract event transactions, and so on and so forth. SDKs for web, for Unity, Web3 UI kit, and so on and so forth. And of course, the APIs as well. So that's in terms of projects. Very, very important announcements. And that's also how you need to be thinking. You need to have these three parts. Web, you need to know web development, you need to know a bit of Solidity, and of course, you need to know MetaMask. If you have an understanding of this, then you can participate in our projects. And the first one, as I said, it is starting on Saturday. So go click the link below and sign up right here. And yeah, your life will change. That's our goal, at least, that your life will be completely transformed after you go from a few of these projects. We have NFT rewards. You're going to get a nice NFT shiny card. We're doing that already. And so these projects, they are going to replace the weekly challenges. So as you know, before this Web3 projects, we had weekly challenges here on the stream, and it was fantastic, guys. Thanks a lot for all the submissions. We've had such a fun time. And the idea with Web3 projects is to take it up a level, a whole different level, because this is very serious. You're gonna get an invite, you're gonna connect with the community. We have staff that will help you build it. I mean, that's very important, that you can get feedback from our community and from also our staff. And basically, this is weekly projects on steroids, okay? This is weekly projects on steroids. So that's a change when it comes to our weekly tradition. And almost for a year, we've been doing weekly challenges, and it's been great. But also, we've been thinking, how do we take it up a notch? How do we make it more available? How do we make it so that you can sign up somewhere and then you can be part of a community that is bigger than just us who are here in the weekly streams, but we can reach so many more. We can reach so many more people that don't catch us on these weekly streams. And of course, we're going to continue to do weekly streams as always. But just so you know, when it comes to weekly projects, it's going to be more towards the what I just explained. And then on streams, we're going to have Q&A, we're going to have talks like this, explanations, and so on and so forth. So this is how I would say you can learn Web3 development quite quickly, if you understand the basics of web, if you understand MetaMask, and you have a bit of Solidity knowledge. This is going to be perfect for you. It's going to be amazing for you. So that's topic number one, guys. Topic number two is the is for all the ladies watching us, because we also have now started Web3 Donuts. We've been thinking for a long time, how should we call it? Because, you know, there are so many of these groups like Web3 women, Web3 ladies, ladies in tech, women in tech. So we thought, hey, we cannot be another Web3 ladies, you know, our network cannot be called like another women in tech Moralis, you know. So we came up with Web3 Donuts. Let me know what you think. I think it's amazing. So, and by the way, the first meetup is already on the 1st of April during the Binance Blockchain Week in Dubai. So if you are in Dubai and in a few days, basically, when is it? It's tomorrow, right? Let me check. Is it tomorrow? It's already tomorrow. Yeah, the first meetup is tomorrow. And feel free to follow on Twitter, which is, it's Web3 Donuts. Let me find it. Web3 Donuts. There you go. Web3 Donuts. There you go. Follow at Web3 Donuts on Twitter for more events, because we're going to have these events for ladies across the world. It's very important. Why? Because it's always that you learn best from people that you can relate to. So for example, if you are a boy, you will be looking at your father a bit more than on your mother when it comes to learning things in life. And it kind of stays with us. Of course, not to the same extent as when you are a kid and you're looking at your role model, which is a bit more gonna be your own gender. It's proven by science. It's not something that, and I know that the definition of gender, we can debate this and that. You know, what is gender? But on a big level, proven by science, it is like that. And of course, when we grow up, it's kind of the same as well. And that's why, personally, I think it's very important that the communities, the niche communities become big. For example, the Web3 Donuts and other communities that we may start in the future, that they become big. That's very, very important. So, and by the way, it is free event. Yeah, exactly. It is free event. You can go, it is for free. 1st of April, if you're in Dubai, or if you can get to Dubai tomorrow, okay, buy a ticket right now, maybe you can get there. There is no, you know, most countries at least don't require strict visas there, or more correctly, Dubai doesn't require strict visas. It's very easy to get in there, to travel quickly. They're very welcoming. There are no restrictions, by the way, when it comes to the, you know what, in the world, the virus in the world. It's very nice, actually. I just came home from Dubai last week. It's been amazing. And before that, we were there a month ago. It's amazing. It's insane. It is the city of the future. If you haven't been there, I highly recommend you to go there, because for me, it was the first time a month ago that I was there. And it is very difficult to beat in terms of business destination, in terms of, you know, sunny destination. It is very difficult. Of course, it's very expensive. That's the only drawdown, because it's popular. Everyone is there. That's the only drawdown. So guys, that's in terms of Moralis projects. That's in terms of Web3 Donuts. And now I want to go into the chat and speak to the community, because at the end of the day, it's all about you guys. You have questions, I have answers for everything you want in terms of Moralis, Web3, and all of that. Bill, Ivan always goes to next. Exactly. And by the way, big shout out to Bill for doing a lot of work on the Web3 UI kit together with our team. And Bill is doing so much great work. Daryl. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. You should start some community. No ladies watch this. You see, that's bad. But I see Melanie. Yeah, I see Melanie. Melanie Green. Please confirm that you're female, so we have at least someone. But I know in crypto and in general in tech, the ratio is crazy. It's crazy. It's 90% or 80% males. Although in tech it is improving a lot. But in Web3 it's still very new, still very niche. So yeah, there you go. But it's gonna change, and we're working on changing that. Add Robinhood wallet to. Yeah, Robinhood, it's not Web3. Or do they have some Web3? If they have Wallet Connect, they are added instantly. They are automatically added. So that's how it is. I think all fintech apps, they will have a Web3 component. They will have a Web3 identity, because how can you be fintech if you're not in crypto? You see, fintech, it's so outdated because it's based on the old rails, on the old plumbing of financial sector, which is the banking sector. And what can you do? You cannot do a lot. It's basically taking a pig and putting some makeup on the pig. It doesn't change the contents. It is a bit prettier. Yes, fintech, they have nice UI, you know, they have nice animation, they have mobile app finally. Big banks never come even to that. Well, lately they do as well, but it's still, you know, it's old. It's old. It's like trying to refurbish some kind of a used good you're trying to sell on eBay. You can refurbish it a bit. It's gonna look nicer, but it's still gonna be second hand, and it's still gonna be not optimal. That's the same with fintech. Fintech is so big, but in my mind, it cannot really continue be this hyped if it doesn't also incorporate Web3 and cryptocurrencies and DeFi and all of this that we're seeing right now grow up in the blockchain space. Because that's true innovation. This is true innovation. And you can actually build it yourself. I mean, that's the thing. You can build on the actual financial protocols of the internet. And fintech, is it building on financial protocols? No, it's not building on any protocol. It's building on some centralized APIs provided by a few companies. And it's impossible to innovate. You cannot do anything, basically, all right? You cannot do anything. We had a bit of innovation now last 7 years with some prettier apps, shinier apps, more customer service. They added more customer service that now you can chat with them, all right? They have prettier app and you can chat with them. That's fintech in a nutshell, okay? There's nothing else. There's zero. Maybe a bit more international. Like you can get a bank account in Revolut, is going to be international bank account. Maybe they're thinking a bit more global. That's it. They added a chat. They added some. They should add Web3 UI kit. Bill, we should get all of them to add Web3 UI kit, because that would be true innovation. Not just shiny buttons, but the real powerful framework for building UI, Web3 UI. If fintech companies start adding Web3 UI kit and integrating Web3, their valuation is gonna grow massively, because now they're part of this multi-trillion revolution, which is cryptocurrencies, blockchain, DeFi. That's very important. So if you're watching this, someone is watching this and is working in a financial institution, or you work in a company that calls themselves fintech, but you're not in Web3, you're not fintech, all right? You're banker tech, basically, some old, old stuff, rusty. Basically, it is like being a Nokia and you put in some screen, some better high color screen in your Nokia phone. It's still not a smartphone, all right? Yes, it may be more colors, yes, but it's not touch. It's no internet built in. It's not 4G, okay? You cannot watch YouTube. So anyway, you get the point. You get the point. Yes. Is it solving? I agree. Is it solving the common person? It is. I mean, that's the beauty with crypto. There are many problems we're facing right now, where if you don't have your own assets, you're not really part of the financial system. You cannot get even a bank account in many countries if you are from some kind of country that they don't accept. And it is happening, by the way, right now in Europe. As you know, we have a big conflict in Europe right now going on with Ukraine, and it really is hitting these countries very hard in terms of finance. In terms of, if you live, for example, in Russia, you cannot get a bank account anywhere else except in Russia because of sanctions. Is it good? Is it bad? Well, it's not for me to judge here, but being the average Joe, just doing your own business, and then suddenly you're shut off from the world's financial system just because you are a citizen there. What the hell? I mean, what the hell? It shouldn't be like that, in my mind. But of course, I'm not here to comment on on the conflict. It's horrible what's going on, and there are many reasons for sanctions, of course. But at the same time, it's sometimes it's hitting wrong as well. Yeah. And crypto levels out the field. Levels out. Everyone is the same. Yeah. Okay, that's why I'm with the blockchain, as it can solve those financial problems with the common people. Exactly. That's exactly true. Yes. All right, Bill, I got called out. Exactly. Big love to Web3 AK team. They do way more than me. 100% rockstars. True. All right, guys. Any more questions about Moralis, Web3, anything you want to discuss? Phil, look for us. If you are in Dubai, we have our experts on site in the Binance week. Exactly. That's very true. We have maybe 5 people in Dubai right now. Yes. If anyone wants to build a team and create something, I'm down. Let's make something happen. Yeah. So join. So what you have to do is to sign up on Moralis projects. Then in our Discord, you will see a new thing that has popped up, which is here. building Web3 projects, and we have already the first one right here. All right, and you can start chatting here. This is the place. Actually, let me create a new channel. Looking for teammates. Maybe if you want a team, you can chat right here. Yeah, this is perfect. Fantastic. And we have quite a long roadmap for how we want to do these projects in a better way. Soon we're going to have a landing, not a landing page, but soon we're going to have an account page where you can sign in with your wallet. You can get NFTs when you complete projects. It's going to be very, very cool. We have a long roadmap, how to make this experience of building easier. Because we've also been speaking a lot about how do we make the most impact? How do we teach people the most? And you know, we can push tutorials, and that's what we're doing all the time. On this channel, we're pushing out tutorials like no one else. But at the same time, we've also been thinking, okay, if someone comes to our channel, where do they start? You know, which tutorial? We have a few basic tutorials and a few playlists, but you have to be practical. And that's also why we started with Web3 projects. That's, yeah, that's I think it's a natural next step for us. The people of the world should cooperate with each other to limit the activities of, average people caught in the middle. Unfortunately, that is the case. That is the case. And what's happening right now in the conflict, it's insane. Also because, you know, I'm personally was born in Belarus and I have family there. So for me, this conflict is also very personal because it's Belarus, it's Russia, it's Ukraine. Yeah, it's crazy what's going on. It's insane. So it's horrible. And I know for a fact, you know, that people that live there in all of these countries, I mean, they're just want to work, you know, they want to build stuff, they want to help their families, but now they are forced to participate in this crazy thing. Everyone is, and of course there is no right answer who is wrong, which approach is correct in terms of, you know, should we have sanctions so that it hits everyone, or should we not have sanctions? I mean, both make sense. Sanctions make sense, and also that it hits everyone doesn't make sense at the same time. Anyway, it's difficult. I'm terrible in Discord, but interested. Cool. Well, join. I mean, how can you be terrible with Discord? It's Discord. If you are learning programming but you don't know Discord, that's the least of your concerns. I mean, you can easily learn Discord there. So yeah, I recommend you joining there. Infant healing. I have 2 projects. I need a sub, just a Web3 website that revives any crypto donation and rewards the sender in various ways. 2, a chess game. Someone actually submitted a chess game to us in a hackathon, like a Web3 chess game, where you can play the game and the state is updated in the smart contract. So I've seen that. It looks like a very cool use case, actually. All right, guys. On that note, because we don't have the weekly projects, it's a bit shorter this week. Normally we have a bit longer because we discuss the weekly projects and we show all the different submissions. But now we've switched to Web3 projects, and in a way this is more efficient. In a way this weekly updates are more efficient, and the big things this week is, like I said, it's the projects, is the donuts, also the workflow concept that we're describing ourselves as the workflow, which is key. Because Moralis, it has many different aspects, but what is it? It's a workflow. Man, I mean, in my brain, it fits so nicely. When I can put a word on a bit complex thing, yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love it. Yo, Shiv, what's up? Hey, everyone. What is logic behind Netflix Web3 project? Well, you're gonna see. Sign up, and you will learn everything on April 2nd. Everything. And then after this, we're going to have another one. And then after this, we're going to have another one. So we're going to have all of these projects like popping out each and every week. You're going to learn something new. You're going to level up as a dev and as a person, because you will discover your limits. So you will grow your personality. Because when you build something that you never thought was possible, it's not only that you've built it, you know, you have some technical skills, you also have spiritual skills. You have grown your personality, you know that you can achieve things you didn't think possible. So that's how you should see it as well. It's not just learning some tech. How do I build NFTs, game mediation, and marketplace? Well, you can start by learning some game engine like Unity or Phaser or something. You can start learning Moralis JavaScript SDK, and from there you will figure it out. I want to do my final thesis on blockchain. Look, I will give you some opinion, which may not be everyone's favorite opinion, but when you say, I want to do my last thesis, here is my personal experience with doing thesis. It's gonna be a disappointment because you think, oh, I'm gonna do a thesis. It's gonna be some nice, fantastic, fun project. Then, turns out it has to be scientific, which means that you have to basically spend 70% of your time doing the formal stuff. For example, finding previous studies. I mean, what the hell? I don't want to do that. When I do a thesis, in my mind at least, I don't want to spend like, weeks and weeks and weeks doing some previous study analysis. I have a topic, I want to discover the topic, I want to build something, explore something, okay? So that's number one. You quickly discover, oh man, this is going to be maybe 30% fun and 70% some formal academia stuff. So that's number one. And number two, you also discover that, at the end of the day, you have a deadline, all right? And so I would recommend you to just get over that, thesis, pick something easy, all right? Do something like low-hanging fruit. That you just get past it, you get your grade, you get your diploma, your parents are happy, everyone is clapping, you made your university fantastic, and then you can actually start doing real things. Because look, in my experience, all of this thesis stuff, it's never the real thing. It is never the real thing. It's almost always gonna be wasted time in academia formalities, and that's how it is. Maybe you have another experience, but this is my experience with these theses. So my general roadmap for anyone who is doing theses is just, complete it. Don't make it overly complicated. Just pick something you can do, and you can get it approved, and everyone is happy, perfect. You got the diploma. Because look, your diploma, you need to do things like this, okay? With that, your diploma, this is your diploma, okay? This is your diploma, real stuff that you can show, okay? That you can show, you can build, you can do it. So this is gonna be your diploma. What have you actually built? So look, if you can fit in a project into your thesis, fantastic. Hama, you says you have, perfect. If you have a lot of time, feel free. Follow tutorial on Moralis channel. Exactly. If you want to learn this NFT thing, exactly. It's possible to validate, authenticate with MetaMask only in one network. For example, if I'm on ETH mainnet and the dapp only accepts Polygon, how can I validate that? So when it comes to MetaMask, validation actually does not care about the network. Validation is only validating your private key, if you have the private key. So the network doesn't really matter from Moralis perspective. We don't care which network you're on. You can log in anywhere and Moralis will accept it. Now, the dapp itself may not accept it, and it's up to you. So if you want to restrict that, there are different things you can do. Let me see, Moralis change network. A video for that actually. Network tracking, yes, this one. I remember Daniel recorded it. You can see network tracking for your dapp with a few lines of code. So here is how you can do things where you restrict some networks. Mumbai Polygon, and then let's see what happens. And we will play, and then as you can see, Daniel's gonna go. Oh yeah, so it tracks Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum. So as you can see, it tracks, and then you can add code, custom code, where you can block if it's the wrong one, basically. Yeah. And let's see what he does now. He goes to. It just says you need to install MetaMask. So go and watch this one, network tracking for your dapp. You will understand it. It's quite easy actually, but very important if you want to restrict access, of course, yeah. Building is the best CV, 100%. I have a PhD, no one cares about some diploma. Well, PhD, I respect that a lot. I mean, doing a PhD, you're really an expert. You've done a lot of research, at least, in a specific field. I respect that a lot. Fantastic work. So yeah, my comment was more that, you just want to finish the university and just do it and get on with your life. If you love academia, you want to do PhD, fantastic. It's a whole other thing, by the way. But yeah, it's better to be in Web3. Don't see, the more time you can avoid going to university, the better. And in some countries you need university, I know that. So just complete it, get your diploma, get out of there, because it's so time wasting. You know, they're gonna force you to go to some mandatory classes, and you could have been in crypto. There's so many opportunities in crypto, and you're there sitting, you know, spending time in some class, because they're gonna package your education with some unnecessary stuff. You know, they're gonna give you the necessary stuff, but it's gonna be packaged with some unnecessary stuff. Okay, there's always maybe 30% fluff that I've never even used or thought about after university. And I actually also dropped out after 3.5 years instead of doing all 5 because of this. I was seeing in 2017 crypto take off, and I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Why do I have to be here mandatory? What the hell? So yeah, and of course, I never, ever regretted that. But you may be in a different position, because here in Sweden, we can go back to university at any time. So in my position, if blockchain would have failed my little adventure, I would just go back, and it's free, and I just continue. You know, if you paid a lot to be in university, man, you better finish it if you already started. We can discuss this for weeks, but yeah, if you are thinking about thesis, you are already quite far in. And what I don't like a lot is also just, you know, leaving your project without reason. You know, you just left it and that's it. So you gotta have a big reason to leave it. And when you leave it, perfect, you know. But yeah, if you've paid a lot and stuff like that, yeah, maybe you can. Can I get a Web3 job with? Yes, no one has degrees in Web3. No one has degrees in Web3. There is no Web3 degree. But you need results. You need results. Can you do something? If I ask you to do something, will you do it? Will you do it fast, quality, efficient, professional? You can speak in a team. You can collaborate, communicate. That's what matters. Then diploma, yeah, I don't really care about diploma. And I don't know if anyone really cares about it. You know, you care a bit if it's completely new person from the university. Like if you're very fresh, you're new, and it's an established field. Like for example, let's say that we had some law firm. You know, probably diploma is quite important because I mean, you want to know. It's not just, you know, wing it. It's not wing it. In Web3 and in development as a whole, it is a lot that you kind of have to wing it because there are new technologies, there are new stuff. Like your diploma doesn't mean anything because there is now new technology. Your diploma did not teach you that. There is new ways of working, not only new technologies, new ways of working, organizing teams. Like there are new stuff. There are new ways for everything. So it's more, have you been active last years? Can you contribute actually? So yeah. This is not financial advice. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, take what I say with a big, massive grain of salt because your situation will be very different. And maybe it will make sense for you to go to university. I mean, one thing is that in I think that if you are a developer, university is fantastic because you learn basics like, you know, time complexity. I don't know if I would learn it properly without it. Maybe I would have. I don't know. Time complexity, like some complicated stuff you learn that you would never even try on your own because it's too complex. Like I remember we did some math stuff. I don't even remember how it works now, but I know what it's called. Range Kutta. Do you know this? I don't know anything about this nowadays, but I knew about it. I remember sitting in MATLAB doing some this. Yeah. See, I haven't used it, but somehow it maybe expanded the brain, you know, the overview of what's possible in math. Because I remember we used it to predict like some trajectory of some arrow or something. It was insane actually. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool stuff. So that's good. But yeah, thesis, this one, I would just get it out of the way. Get boys together and we'll go. Oh, Eifer, is it the restaurant here? I think I even was there. Yeah, exactly. It's a restaurant in Stockholm. You know, that restaurant, fun fact, it's run by E-Type. You know E-Type, the musician. What about Flutter? Oh yeah, it's coming. We don't really have it in like near short term, but it's coming. And also, a thing that we have to see also is the growth of Web3 mobile dev requirements, because we have React Native, and we see that React Native, it is popular, but it's not, you know, it's not nearly popular as Web or Unity, for example. So right now we're focusing a lot on Unity, and maybe we're gonna look into Unreal, and then maybe we're gonna have to Flutter. I want to leave high school so much. Tijan, look, it's very difficult, to be honest. It's very difficult. You know why? Because it's both a waste of time, but yeah, I obviously you don't want to drop high school. It would, because yeah, it's a waste of time because there's so many things happening in Web3. But also, I don't remember high school. Like, if you drop out, like, maybe you don't even know the basics. Maybe you don't even know some basic things in math, you know? Yeah, don't drop out, guys. But, you know, high school, it's easy to complete it. You don't even have to spend time in it. You can just read before the tests and do it. Probably it will be okay in high school. That's the mistake I did when I went to university. I thought it would be the same in university. The first test, I did the same thing, you know, the night before I got wrecked. On that first test, university, I got so wrecked. So wrecked. Because it wasn't just, you know, skimming through the text like it was in high school. In high school, I aced all of that. All of that. You give me a math, like I aced it instantly. Then you come to university. Okay, yeah, there it's another level. It's another level. Yeah, it's crazy. At least that's how it was for me. School is hard. Keep your head up. Is it hard? Yeah, maybe it's hard. Yeah. In what other fields can blockchain come, and how? Many fields. Of course, financial is the first one. But everywhere you need more transparency, everywhere you need more interoperability. The good thing with blockchain is the computing platform, which is interoperable. Yeah. School, yeah, I mean, school can be hard also. I know that. For me, it wasn't that hard, but then I got slapped when I came to university, and I tried to apply the same strategy of low study. Basically, you know, you have Coke, you have Diet Coke, and I always did diet studying in high school, and then I tried diet studying in university. Yeah, it didn't work. And that's also where you understand that you're not some kind of prima donna. That's another big thing with university, because in high school, you know, everything was easy for me, at least. And you think that you're some kind of Bill Gates. I thought I was, you know, programming Bill Gates. No, I already knew some programming in high school. I was Bill Gates. Then you come to university and you meet people who are truly smart. I mean, not just high school smart, but, you know, they're truly gifted by God, solving math problems in their head, which, you know, I cannot even solve them with a calculator. Okay. Yeah, there are some insane people in this world when it comes to smart, and it's impossible to compete with them, by the way. That's also, in a way, why I thought, you know, why am I, you know, kind of competing with them, doing the same education, completing the same degree? I should go to crypto, you know. These guys are not in crypto. They haven't discovered crypto. So you gotta be thinking where you have some kind of market advantage. It's both in business, by the way, and in your profession. And that's why you should be in Web3, because it's new. It's just, you know, opening up. These guys, they are amazing. They are now working at Google and stuff. They're going to come to Web3 late, okay? They're going to be delayed. But that's important, yeah. I didn't sleep during uni exams. I want to participate on Chainlink Hackathon. Any advice? Oh yeah, they have a hackathon, actually. We're sponsoring it. When is it? Chainlink Spring Hackathon. Let me check it out. Well, what do you mean you need advice? You just sign up here and you participate. What is the... Oh, there you go. Yeah. I'm gonna be here. There you go. Yeah. Fantastic. The application of blockchains is unlimited. Yes. What is the relationship between blockchains and the increase or decrease of tokens? There is no relationship. There is zero relationship between blockchains and increase or decrease of tokens. The only thing that affects the price is the supply and demand. That's it. And that supply and demand happens off-chain normally. It happens in centralized exchanges. For the past year, it also happens or 2 years, you can say now, it also happens in decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, but in most cases, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is that you have liquidity. If you have some weird chain, it may not have liquidity. That's the only thing. Can a normal static site be converted to a dapp? Well, if you add Web3, you add Moralis SDK, you add Web3 login, it is a dapp. Yes. When drag and drop UI builder, we're gonna have templates. They are in development. Yeah. I don't want to say dates, guys, because sometimes you say dates, it's impossible to hold them. Things always take longer than, but it is on the roadmap. That's what I can tell you. That's also what you learn in software. Telling dates, yeah, it's not a good. That's why Apple, they never say dates. You never know when the iPhone is gonna be. It's gonna be in spring, sometime in spring. Who knows when? And the same thing with autumn. Actually, iPhone is in autumn. They say just coming in autumn. When? Who knows when? When it's done? But in autumn. So I can tell you kind of the same that, templates, spring, summer, okay? With a margin of error. Ivan, my project doesn't need a token as it provides a service. It's up to you whether to add a token or not. If you don't need a token, you don't need a token. There are many use cases without a token. One of the biggest projects in Web3 is CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. They don't need a token. As long as you can make something interesting that people use every day, fantastic. Bro, I applied to many blockchain developer internship. It's very hard to find internship in blockchain. Does Moralis going to be offering some summer internships? So I wouldn't recommend you to apply for internships because they are not efficient. You don't want to be an intern. Don't apply for internship. Build stuff instead. Why do you need an internship? Everything is open source. Just build something. Show that you've built something. Become a junior developer. Just jump from internship to junior developer because nobody wants an internship. Intern. I will explain to you why. So the bottom line, I will give you that, is don't be an intern. Don't apply to internships. And the reason is because it's more work than results. Okay, you have an intern. He is here for 3 months or 2 months, maybe in some cases, because he also wants a bit of vacation because it's summer. So 2 months, okay. It takes like 4 weeks to onboard someone so they can be productive. Really do something nice. It takes weeks, okay. Then maybe he can do something for 3 weeks, which is gonna be 0 because you cannot achieve anything in 3 weeks. And then it's kind of offboarding and bye-bye, hope you. So that's why internship, in reality, it only works if you have a big organization where you have the resources. Like you're so big, you can put someone and that the time they spend with the intern is not gonna be super productive, but it is good for branding, for employer branding. Because I've been an intern and I know for a fact that we got some fun projects to do, but it's more that we have tried out working. And in my case, it was at Ericsson where I was an intern and then I became a software developer. So the internship was more as an employer branding thing. It's more employer branding initiative more than actually, someone that will help you to do something in that particular time. And so in crypto, many projects are so early, they don't have time with it. They don't have time. They need to deliver, they need to work, they need to push the project forward. And nobody really has time for interns. So that's why you probably are experiencing that. And there's an easy way to solve that. Be useful. Learn their tech already. Be already useful so that nobody has to onboard you. And this is, by the way, possible if the project is open source. So that's the thing. So internships, they don't benefit the company. Secret, internships don't benefit the company a lot in the short term because nothing will get done. By the way, they cost because you need to put someone to onboard the intern and ensure that they have a good time. But they are good long-term as those interns will become very qualified and skilled developers, hopefully. And then they're going to remember their good times at your company and maybe they're going to come back as skilled engineers and actually then become productive. So that's how it is with internships. And we will have internships in the future. I'm just telling you that. We will have that in the future for this reason. But being very drastic, this is why you probably experience difficulty. And many people think, but it's free, you get free, someone working for free. In many cases, it's not free. Actually, we have to pay for it because it needs onboarding and offboarding. There are things you can do today to be useful. For example, in Moralis, let's say that you yourself learn Moralis. From scratch, all documentation is open. And you start contributing to the forum. You start helping people in the forum. We could hire you for that. Because then it's not an internship. You are actually contributing to the forum. You're helping people out here. The same with Discord. You learn Moralis fully, then you help in our Discord. You know, we have a full team dedicated to community support. So that would be something valuable where you can easily get hired. If you just spend time learning Moralis entirely, which you can do, by the way, if you're passionate, you can do it in a month. And you help people actively in the forum, in Discord, bam, you're hired. You're hired. If you come as a guy, let's say as a guy, you come, or a woman or a girl, and you say, I know nothing, but I want to work for free as an intern. That's more problem. That's gonna be problematic, and we're gonna have that also in the future. but that's a bit more problematic. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. And yeah, and by the way, sorry for being brutal. I'm just telling you the truth. I could sugarcoat it and tell you that, oh, you know, keep trying, you're gonna get the internship. No, just become useful and not an intern. Anyway, I hope you appreciate that. Spring, summer, nice seasonal spread. Yeah, exactly. I need funding. Oh, look. Speaking about funding, we're gonna have a nice announcement for you soon, because we're gonna have a whole network of VCs that you're gonna get funneled into as a Moralis developer. That's gonna be very nice, yeah. I'm in Singapore studying in uni, and jobs are strict, requiring high proficiency in coding language, so it's hard. Someone new. Yeah. But in crypto, it's easier. Look, if you are good at Solidity, it's easy. No, it's in crypto you can. I mean, getting hired in crypto, it's not difficult. It's not difficult. It's actually quite easy. But you need to show that you can be useful from day one. And there are many ways you can be. I showed you maybe the easiest way, that you are part of the community, because all cryptocurrencies and all tools and all libraries in crypto and everyone it's all about the community. If there is no community, there's no value. In tokens, there's no value. In dev tools, it's all about the community. So if you can help the community, you can be nurturing to the community, you're positive in the community, you're helping people out practically. I mean, you have a job already. You have a job. Yeah, there you go. What's the most important quality skill for you when you hire a new developer at Moralis? Well, there are many like specific tech stuff. And they depend on which position, because there are backends, there are front ends, there are DevOps, there are many different ones. But in general, we have 3 things. Number one is that you are fearless, which means that you can take on new challenges, you can take on new adventures. You're not scared for change, because this industry changes quickly. Next is selflessness, that you're selfless. What does it mean? It means that you're not you're good at working in. That's very important, because you know, we all meet these people now and then who are very good, but they're not good at working in teams. They're very good, but maybe they are a bit, you know, they think very, very highly of themselves in a bit bad way, so that they're not very good at working with others and stuff like that. And of course, that's not very useful, because yeah, you alone, you can be the best in the world. If you cannot work in a team, you cannot do anything, because you have only 24 hours. You may be the most skilled professional in the world, you still have 24 hours. So you cannot achieve anything, basically, okay? 24 hours is nothing. Sometimes I wonder where the hell my 24 hours go every day. But they fly by very fast. And so, of course, the only way to do something with those 24 hours is by building a team and working in a team. That's the only way we can achieve anything as humans. Alone, we cannot do anything, only in a team. That's important, that whoever we hire needs to be selfless, meaning that they're here to work in a team. They're here to build in a team. They're here to collaborate. They're here to build a good culture and a good vibe with their coworkers. That's very important. And we don't want someone, even if they're skilled, but they're like, you know, single player mode. We don't want that. Even if you have like the best, no single player mode, only multiplayer. Okay, that's how what that means. So, and then we have tirelessness. It basically means that you have energy, you know? And of course, we all get tired. Everyone gets tired. It's natural. And a day is ending, you have to sleep. But, you know, in general, are you like hyped up to do new things, new adventures, you know, new set out on to new horizons? Or are you more, you know, man, it's difficult. Another pro. I'm so tired, you know. Are you like that, or you're more excited to go to new horizons? So, you know, if you have these 3 things, then we can speak about tech, basically. And then tech, it depends which position, and it's and that's where our teams will take a look more on the on the tech side. But that's the DNA. We call this the DNA, you know. Yeah, and normally, I mean, we have a big blessing, which is our community, guys, and it's so nice speaking to you because when we get someone, they have all of that. They are hyped about Moralis. They, you know, they're gonna go to new heights. They want to work with our team. They want to move fast, and yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. We never have, by the way, we never have issue with this. And that's because of the community. Again, it's all about community, and we're nurturing our community as much as possible. So yeah, if you can help us with that, like in the forum and Discord, go heavy, yeah. All right, Ivan, my friend has an upcoming AVAX project. How can he get help from Moralis, marketing and funding? Well, first you need to build something that is interesting. And then we can, you can reach out to here on the forum, you know, showcasing your thing. The same with so with investment, we're soon gonna have a page where you can send in. We're gonna have a list of VCs that we're collaborating with. But so when you say at least you need a prototype, all right? And prototype you can build yourself with Moralis easily. But yeah, to start there, don't just come with an idea. Start with something that is, at least you can click around, you kind of can see. I'm 17. What advice do you have for me? Well, you need to be in crypto, man. You need to be in crypto. You need to work in crypto. You need to build in crypto. You need to invest in crypto. That's maybe the best time to be alive now when you are so young, because you can, and it's a risk, by the way, you know, Web3, it's a risk. Maybe, you know, everything goes to zero. Who knows? I don't think so. But it's always a risk. Being in a new technology, in a new field, it's always a risk. And when you're young, you can take that risk. If you are 65 and you're gonna retire tomorrow, you cannot take that many risks with your financials and, you know, with your time. But when you're young, 17, you can go all in crypto. You can, and it's both with time. And if you know, personally, I'm not giving you advice here financially, but personally, also with the funds, it's fantastic because look, it's very nice. The risk is worth it. Even if everything goes to zero, you still have your whole life. So yeah, go all in crypto in all ways you can think, all ways possible. What else will you do? Will you go to doctor? You're gonna become a doctor. There are too many people that already want to be a doctor. You know, it's also, it has a ceiling. It kind of has a ceiling how much you can go. It's a very technical thing, and it's very important profession. I mean, my mom is a nurse. She's not a doctor, but it's very bureaucratic. It's, you know, it's very rule based, and it's a wonderful profession. But it's all about what you want to do. Do you want to do something, you know, break new grounds, new horizons, or do you want to be more in some kind of framework? If you want a framework, perfect. You can be a doctor. That's very nice, or a lawyer. That's very nice. But ideally, you want to be somewhere where you have an advantage, and ideally an unfair advantage. And Web3 gives you that because you're in an industry that will grow 1000x from here, and you're early. So that's an unfair advantage. Let's say you want to be an engineer and you go into web development, like Web2 development. You want to get hired by Google or by Amazon, or you want to do something else amazing in web. Well, there are too many people that do that. Like everyone wants to do that. Everyone in the world wants to be in tech and do something cool in tech. And the good thing, which I'm still very grateful for, by the way, the good thing is that they're not thinking about Web3 that much yet, because you have so much opportunity. If you're watching this in your Web3, you have a lot of opportunity as long as this industry is up and coming. As long, it's like in internet in the early 90s. When it's up and coming, a lot of opportunity. If it's established, there is little opportunity because all the opportunities have already been taken, basically, all right? So there you go, there you go. If you're 14, 17, perfect. You can program, you can do things. I went 100% minus in crypto. that can happen in crypto. You can go 100% lost $400. If you're 14, that's like a fortune, $400. The good thing is you're gonna get your allowance next Saturday. You can start over, okay? You get your allowance from your parents. You can start over, yeah. I'm 17. What advice? I already told you the advice at 17. Yeah. Anyway, guys, you know, by the way, my opinions they're very, very subjective, and you need to live your life your own way. But I also think that I know great alpha here, so it's up to you. But this is good alpha. but it is unlicensed. It is, you get quality advice, but unlicensed advice, right? This is non-licensed. Unlicensed, meaning that it may or it may not work out for you. But it is quality advice, that I can promise you. Guys, on that note, this was, yeah, fun topics today. Very fun topics today. I enjoyed this call. Maybe this advice will wreck your education and your life. It's up to you. Look, for me, it turned out well. But of course, do your own research, as we say. do your own research. And yeah, see you soon, guys. See you next week. Smash the like. Sign up for Moralis projects. Yeah. It's like, you know, it's like investing in crypto. You tell someone to go all in Bitcoin, but you always end, but I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, I don't know, bro. Yeah, crypto is nice. It's gonna pump, but I don't know, bro. You know, or this token is nice. I think this token is gonna pump, but I don't know, bro. Just in case. I've said that, but I don't know, bro. So, you know, do your own research, okay? So this whole video basically, but I don't know, bro, okay? Sign up for projects, guys. See you all next week. And of course, on Saturday,